I remember climbing into the plane. So this was my first experience to fly with Gerald, and I was a little nervous. We took off, and after a few minutes cast, I could look down, and there were no lights below us, and it was still so dark. I remember having that feeling like, how high are we? Where are we? I can't see anything. A few seconds later, though, I remember that the airplane just banked really hard to the right, and I grabbed for Rob, and he held my hand, and he patted my leg, and reassured me that we were okay. So I was sitting behind Gerald, and Rob was sitting behind his mom. And Rob began to scream for his dad, and was screaming, "Dad, Dad, Dad." The next thing I knew, I opened my eyes, and I looked up, and all I could see were stars. And I could hear nothing. It almost felt like I was in a black and white movie with no sound. And I started to think, am I in a dream? What's going on? And it felt so eerie and weird. And I took in a deep breath of air, and all I got was smoke. And with that smoke and that cold air, I just began to cough and wake up and become more alert. And as I took in my surroundings, I realized that this wasn't a dream. But it was actually a nightmare that the plane had crashed. Rob and I, who were initially sitting side by side, were now kind of ripped apart. And I looked down, and my right pant leg is caught fire. I were pulling my legs up as best I could and slapping at the flames. I could hear Rob saying, "Push your seatbelt, push your seatbelt." And I began to push that button, and Rob's trying to do the same, and our seatbelts will not release. I remember with that fight and that seatbelt that my arms were physically pushed to my side, and I heard a voice that said, "Be calm, I am here. I will get you out."